dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Ooh, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Ooh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Ooh, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Ooh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Ooh, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I don't know what that voice is, but I guess it's my I want to dance with somebody voice. I tried getting music to work today and somehow it's just not. So, hi Marlene, you're here. That's so nice. So that's a song by Whitney Houston, and it's the song to dance to today. I want to dance with somebody. Extending the dance, living the dance, all that lovely stuff. I had a couple of really interesting conversations today about about life and about purpose and about the subtleties of knowledge and wisdom, and how sometimes we need to sit with things a little bit before they of course you will dance with me, Marlene. You're always up for a dance or a laugh. So we were talking a little bit about the other night, about Sunday, and that whole concept of when life undoes you, right? That was how we started talking, and how things get more and more subtle as we get closer to the truth. Our illusions get more subtle, and we can get these little peeks underneath the curtain, like the Wizard of Oz behind the big curtain. It's like, once in a while we get a little peek beneath the veils that are there, that cloud our wisdom and our knowingness, our all-knowingness. Anyways, the comment that was made was, well, she was saying, well, you've always lived that way. And I said, yeah, but it seems clearer now. And she goes, yeah, well, the stakes are higher. And it's like, are they though? In the face of death, do we think the stakes are higher, or is that just a lie about life? What if that's fear saying, oh my goodness, you've got a lot of work to do because you're gonna die? Is that fear talking or love? Because I think it's you choose the path of love, the path of the heart, the wild path of the heart, or we can just kind of follow along with the status quo. And I think it's the path of love or the path of fear. And it's a choice, right? And it's a practice to override our fear and jump into the ocean of love. Like, it's a hurdle, that fear. And if we can just, say F fear once in a while and just see what happens, take that little risk and align ourselves with love instead. Like, what would love tell you to do? Is it fear talking or love talking? And I think that whole stakes are higher and that clinging, that's all fear-based. So my clinging, or my wanting to cling to some kind of a schedule or a timeline or whatever was my fear talking. Even my impatience with the process was like, oh, let's get on with it already. I'm ready. Like that mild impatience is fear-based. Anyways, it was an interesting conversation. I'd love to continue the conversation with others as well, if you want, about, is life, or is death something to be feared, or is actually life that is? Living's hard. Being human is hard. Adulting is hard. All these things that we do, like to look after our bodies, it's a lot of work, right? We gotta clean ourselves and feed ourselves and shelter ourselves and look after our minds, look after our emotions, look after our thoughts, look after our relationships. Like it's a lot of work being, like when we come to earth, when we're born, there's a lot going on, and we have a lot to learn and a lot to remember and a lot to process and a lot to move through and a lot to dance with, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And this whole stakes are higher. That's not really my experience. With my experience, my I'll call it my near-death experience, because let's face it, it was that. I've never really thought of it like that, but yeah, just playing with the concept of that. And I wrote some words the other day about knowing what we want, going after it in life, and then just receiving the lessons and the obstacles and the challenges that come in the wake of our wishes. Because they often don't come the way we think they are, right? It's just like, oh yeah, this is what I want. And we picture it some way, and then life or the universe or the creator or God or whoever you want to, the cosmic deliverer of our wishes sends us something different. And that's often in the form of some kind of a curveball, or it looks like, hey, we can't send it back like we would a meal at a restaurant and say, this is not what I ordered. We have to, surrender to what is and play with what's on our field. So anyways, I'm just going to read you a few words. I'm not going to talk too long about things, but this is in the still under the umbrella of the conversation we were having about attachments and getting attached to things. Are we attached to life out of fear of death, or what's beyond living, or are we attached to life and being human and being here from a place of love? And I know what my attachments are right now. They have two names, Kiara and Seja. The only thing I want more of in life, other than serving, I love to be of service. I love to be of use. I love to guide and mentor and lend my insights and my intuition and my vision to those who are as turned on about transformation and stuff as I am. But yeah, the only thing I'm even the least bit attached to about in life are my daughters. And I can see that, my attachments cause me suffering on the human realm. Although beyond that, my cosmic mind is not attached even to them. Not my cosmic mind, my cosmic worldview or whatever. But those are my big attachments. And I'm sure you could name what yours are as well without lying on your deathbed. We're on to ourselves by this point in the journey, right? So this is what I wrote about myself. Because, my writing practice kind of slipped in the wake of the high dose chemo that I got at the end of August, and the hospitalization that really threw me off track and off my integrity with myself of wanting to write on a more recent base, or on a more regular basis again. Anyway, so I got back to it, and this is what came out the other day. Life knows what I want and keeps throwing curveballs of truth to pry my clutching mind loose from the illusions I cling to. Or maybe the illusions my mind clings to. Because I have a body, I have a mind, although I'm not my body and mind. And I believe that 100%. I've had some beautiful experiences that have affirmed that within myself. And those experiences, you can't argue with experience, right? And 100% clarity and deep knowing. Although I'm willing to be wrong. If some veil lifts at some point in time and shows me something different, then so be it. But that's a pretty ancient teaching and an old truth that has been passed along to us through a lineage of love. I have a body and mind, though I'm not my body and mind. Maybe I'll tell the story of one of those deep teachings that I received. Has to do with the passing of my mom. That's a deep story for another day, though. Not today. I'll just say, take a look at what you cling to, and practice letting whatever that is go in your mind. Meet the fear of the loss. Take a look at what sneaks in the wake of your imagining letting go of that attachment, whatever it is. You could be attached to a relationship, you could be attached to a person, you could be attached to a job, you could be attached to your belongings, whatever you have. You could be attached to your health, you could be attached to your mind and your wisdom, you could be attached to your good looks, your youth, you could be attached to where you live. I think life asks us to be happy in any moment, regardless of the external situations or experiences or circumstances of our life. That was the other funny thing, is that I was referring to this whole dance with Luca as a situation that I'm in. And we had a good old laugh, didn't we, Mariah? Like, I don't know if you're here, Mariah, or it was Mariah that I was talking to, and it's just like, oh God, we laughed about calling this a situation. We have a situation. It's called, oh my gosh, I've been diagnosed with leukemia, and it's rare and aggressive and not looking good. And honestly, we've been laughing about it since day one. I know it's not funny, necessarily. We're all human, and our attachments are something that we can take a look at, and play with a little bit. Not make fun of, but lighten it up a little bit, Just like we lighten up our shadow sides. That's what being human's all about. It's about exploring the world of opposites. We're living in a 3-dimensional, 4-dimensional, however many dimensions you see in, but duality and you, me, and them, that's all the world of the 3rd dimension. And I'm not going to get into new age stuff about let's elevate or ascend to another dimension. It's like I believe that levels of consciousness change your vibration and you experience right here, right here on planet Earth, you experience life according to your consciousness. So your world is different than my world because we see things differently. From the projector of our mind, whatever is being projected onto the screen of the world right now is all up to you. What you see, what I see, could be the same object, but the way we view it is different, right? And it's colored by our human experiences as well as our consciousness. So it's a wild world. Oh, baby. I'm just going to repeat the song that you're going to dance to today, which is Whitney Houston, I believe. Ooh, I want to dance with somebody. Want to feel the heat with somebody. Oh, yeah. And that's a little bit of an invitation, too, because I talked to Carrie, and it's 6 more sleeps till I go into the hospital, and I think I'm going to be kind of okay until I hit rock bottom, which I'm not sure what the timing on that is, a few days in. So I think that when I first land for my stem cell staycation next Monday is admission day, and I find out on that day what the timeline, like how it's all going to go down. But when I'm not feeling so good, that's when Carrie's going to take over the reins of the live, and that's where you have an opportunity of either joining her but you need to contact her and let her know that you've got a story you want to tell, or you've got a song you want to sing me, or you've got a friend who is a musician of some kind, or a joke teller. You've got a kid that loves to tell jokes, or you just want to be a breath of fresh air to help me through what I'm preparing for being like a rough patch as I go through this, intense procedure and some heavy duty chemo that's going to knock me into into another dimension of no immune system and high fevers and not feeling like all kinds of things will flow, and we don't know what until we're in it. But being prepared for the worst, it could be a gruesome couple of weeks. So if you want to be a breath of fresh air and either have a conversation with Carrie, like 2 people on the live, or want to arrange something, Carrie, at Carrie Catherine is her Instagram handle, or Carrie, we need to get your email up somewhere again where people can email you, because she's going to want to start having conversations with people who want to be a breath of fresh air when I'm in the hospital. So sometime in the month of October, you can contact her, and if you want to contribute in some way to these lives when I'm not able to come on here and document. Hopefully I'll be able to be live and attend. I'm not sure how that's going to go down. We'll just meet it as it comes. So no big pressure or anything. But call her. Or me, if that's easier and I can pass the message along to her, just DM me. But I'm going to pass it off to her to organize. She's going to be the grand poobah of holding space for me when I'm in the hospital. And hopefully, not too far beyond then. So I'll leave you with my words again so that you can, I don't know if you're interested in them. Life knows what I want and keeps throwing curveballs of truth to pry my clutching mind loose from the illusions it clings to. And with that, I'll say good night, sleep tight, See you tomorrow. Love you. Thank you.